Let's see what we can do here. That's not so bad. Hey everyone, it's me. I'm up working. I thought I would do a quick video here. I'm going to end up doxing myself if I don't take care of this right now. Got to do that. Got a cool package today from Patrick Thomas Parnell. And I thought we would open it and just take a look. You know, see what's what. Patrick was nice enough to say, hey man, I want you to have the first Johnny Phantasm action figure. I wasn't expecting that. But that was very cool of him. I definitely appreciate it. So I actually gave him my home address. That's why I had to black it out. The truth is, I don't care if you guys know where I live. It's public information, I think. It's private information, but it's public information. In that it's in the phone book, so you know. Alright, let's see here. See what he sent. Oh, alright. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. This is good. I mean, what a cool thing to get your toy made. This reminds me of a Batman the animated series figure. Right away, that's what I think of when I look at it. Dude, his head swivels a little bit. Oh man, this is just terrific, Patrick. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, you would play with this with your Batman the Animated Series, line of figures. Super, super cool. Let's see. It has like a... Wait, why is, what? I don't know. Alright, let me see here. Got a bag of accessories. Oh, we got 2 yellow guns. Let's put one in here. Can we do that? Alright, 1. That's good. They're not going to fall out. You know, the holster's pretty tight. And then, alright, so we got another gun. Tiny little guns. Huh, it's midnight. I wonder why Andrea's just ran up and down the stairs. I hear her above me. Patrick, oh, there it is. Very cool, man. What an awesome thrill. I don't think people understand. Am I putting it the right way? Should they be? I think the holster should be out like that, right? I hope so. Alright, we got both of the guns in. And then we get an extra head with a hat on it. Pop that right off. I like the hat better. That is so cool. That is awesome. Great job. Great job, Patrick. Alright, so we got that. Put that aside. See what else is in here. Some stickers. He's got a nice, he had this nicely packaged. Cool. What the? Alright. We've got some established trademarked licensed properties here, like He-Man. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. But okay. And then it looks like these are all the books. I have all the books already. Oh, wow. I don't have this. That's new. Bunch of poker chips. And some posters. Kelsey Shannon. Well, what can I say? This is really rad. Everyone back Patrick Thomas Parnell's new campaign. This action figure rules. I can't wait to make him fight my cyber frogs. Don't cut the head off. I probably won't. Yeah. We got some poker chips galore. That's one of his things, is to always make poker chips. So, I don't know. Delightful. I'm delighted. I'm delighted by all of this. How are you guys doing tonight? Is everybody feeling kind of mellow? Let me see. I'm gonna put on the chat. I feel like Shane Davis tonight. I'm just like chilled out. All right. Put this on and then mute it. Okay, good. Hi. Why is Malin upset with me? What did I do to Malin? Let me see. Great. How are you, Ethan? Says Boob Rancher. I'm just fine. Zayd Comics says Ethan's feeling like a little guy. Yeah, a little bit like a little guy. Snoram, you are all morons. Says I'm drunk as fuck, Ethan. Let's see. Andrea left 6 months ago. Ethan's just delusional and in denial. It's true. It's true, guys. Double Trouble says, Uncle E, how do I get Cyberfrog toys? Well, I mean, you could have gotten one for backing Cyberfrog Wreck Planet, but Cyberfrog Wreck Planet is now closed. Oh, hold on a second. We got our little Cyberfrog right here. Here's the team up. That is cool. That is awesome. Yeah, they're not quite to scale. Cyberfrog would tower over him in this scale, but he's actually probably, Cyberfrog would be about his height. But that's still pretty cool. So Cyberfrog toys, they'll all be on eBay eventually once we finish fulfilling Wreck Planet. I got a bunch of sketch cards here I'm going to be putting up as well. I just wanted to go through them and see what was cool. We got these two Kyung Lee ones. More Kyung. Look at Kyung Lee drawing Heather Swain with those big boobies. Card can barely contain them. And then we've got Mikey Cousin, who's Matt Cousin's little brother, I think. Or older brother. I don't really know what their age differential is. But he draws all these cutesy, like, you know, as it turns out, like, Andrea's like, how come we're selling so many extra small and small hooded sweatshirts? She's like, and a lot of girls. I'm like, let me tell you something. Despite what you may have heard, you know, the women are totally into what we're doing here. You know, you might hear from some of these feminists that we're misogynists and women don't like what we're doing with Cyberfrog. They do like it. We got a lot of girls. So these are kind of like, I don't know, these are like girly Cyberfrog cards. Like, look at this. It's like Salamandroid, but with a pink background. Mikey Cousin draws kind of the same images over and over again. I don't know how he does that. I think there are all these artists that are pretty good at sketch cards. And they just, I mean, how do you do this? Is this like light boxing? You do one image and then you light box it over and over again? Because look, that's 3 of those. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, they're all exactly the same. Cyberfrog walking and eating some chicken. This is kind of like a Mad Magazine style. This is like Cyberfrog meets Gru. Peter's Fat says, thank you for being on. I'm a lonely man. No problem. Jay Gatt says, I'm high. Hail. Everyone's drunk and high tonight, except for me. Yeah, I'm the only one who's like sober. Hold on a sec. This one looks better. I like that one a lot. I got my the all caps comics mug here with pens in it. More or less holding up my telephone, my camera. Yeah, this one looks better. I like this. Cyberfrog as like a flasher in a back alley. Cyberfrog wearing a trench coat and a hat. Never even thought of that. This one's pretty good. A little Rumblebee. Cyberfrog on a sketchboard. It says, Cyber Rad. Ribbit. More of Cyberfrog in a trench coat. Look at this. Like, this belongs on a Trapper Keeper. This is Cyberfrog and Heather for, I don't know, your 11-year-old daughter. Very interesting. This is pretty cool. Cyberfrog in a big pile of dead bees. Dead Vespis. Oh, and here we go. This is, this is Matt Carson. Yeah, that is fucking awesome. I like Matt's work. Really, really cool colors on Heather's face there with the underlighting. Hmm. Yeah, he does a really neat Cyberfrog. I like it. I like his version of Cyberfrog. There's a nice pink salamandroid. Why does it have to be pink, Matt? I like it, except it's pink. This is cool. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what this is meant to be. I'm not sure what this blob of white liquid is. That's what I don't understand. Concerned about that. Nice close-up of Heather Swain's eye. And then he does, I guess he does the same thing. He'll like repeat an image. Heather and the little Cyberfrog. We could make this. We could make like a, you know what we could do is we could make a Cyberfrog car air freshener like this that could just hang from your, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I'm going to make a Jeffrey Epstein car air freshener that hangs like this. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Like just Jeffrey Epstein hanging there from your car. More of this. I like this here. Cyberfrog jumping into action. This is cool too. I'll post some of these. I don't know. We've had a bunch of the same cards up there for a little while. And Andrew was like, maybe we should put new ones up. Look at this. It's like an Andy Warhol exhibit. Oh. Who is this? Is this Data or Geordie LaForge or what? I'm not a Star Trek guy. I'm not a nerd. I don't really know who this is. Matt Carson still. Geordie. This is cool. I don't know. I like the physicality. I like the way he draws Cyberfrogs. I mean, this is the whole thing about Cyberfrog, having a really stumpy, short body and very long legs. He gets that right. His arms are just a little bit too long, though. This is Andrea's favorite one. He drew this a bunch of different times. And she likes that. It's pretty cute. This guy makes Cyberfrog cute. This is an artist named Jacob Rear. And he did a bunch of Cyberfrog cards. He was like 18 years old. I think this was like his first paid gig. It's getting to do Cyberfrog sketch cards for me. Whoa. You know, very quick. Very colorful. And the thing about Jake Rear is that they're all different, right? I mean, these are all different cards. I'm not a nerd. I don't know. We put these up. I don't know what happened to Jake. Where'd he go? I think he was showing up in some war campaign streams and his dad got mad at him. If I remember correctly. So we got a bunch by him. And we got some Kyungs. Yeah, Kyung does a really good Heather. Very good Cyberfrog too. Young Heather Swain. Very cool. Very cool. We had a bunch of John Malin sketch cards. They all sold out. Every single one of them. We don't have any left. John was very nice to do some sketch cards, and they were beautifully done. Very, very good. And like every single one of them sold out. So that's it for that. All right, so I wanted to show you these here. Show you what I got. I'm very, very pleased with these. I waited for these to come out and actually see them. They didn't send me a sample. I had to wait until the entire shipment was in for me to even like see how these came out. And I'm delighted. The one thing that's crazy about this is how heavy it is. First of all, look how thick this is. This is a really substantial trade paperback. And this is the trade paperback, okay? This isn't the hardcover. I haven't offered these for sale. The only people who are getting these right now are people who back the executive the executive edition, like those people are getting pretty much everything, and they're going to get a trade paperback. I think I have 1,000 trade paperbacks to sell on eBay, and I don't even know if that's enough. I might have to reprint them because this is like evergreen. This is going to be, we might even set up an Amazon store so that this is available on Amazon. I did a search for Cyberfrog on Amazon, and like you type in Cyberfrog and then Warts and All comes up. Like a lot of people have been searching for Warts and All, like when is it coming out? So what can I tell you? I think we're going to sell this for $25, which I think is a really, really good price. We could probably do better than that, but I don't really want to. I just want, if people want this, like this book exists because people demanded it, and it's not material that I wanted to release. And this is the one thing about it. It's like reading through it. I even say, like in my little opening essay, I'm like, I wasn't sure that I wanted to go through this and look at all this stuff again closely. And, it wasn't really something that I wanted to revisit necessarily, because it's like I want to push forward. The new Cyberfrog series is like a soft reboot. It does kind of just, all of the stuff in here happened, but it happened differently. So it happened, but it happened differently. And the characters, in some cases, look different. And there's a reason for it. Like, I'm actually going to explain in the current Cyberfrog series why things happen differently than they happened here. And it's going to make some sense. You'll understand it. But at the same time, it's like, look, this is work I did when I was very young. So, it's not something I'm like, oh, I have to put this out. It's like people just wanted me to do it. You guys wanted me to do it. You wanted me to make this available. And overcharging for this material when the entire point of it is to make it so that the originals of these books are very expensive. They're just hard to find now and they're expensive. The whole point is to make it so that people can read the stuff if they want to. So I think $25 is a fair price. If you guys think $25 is a fair price, can you show me a little love in the chat? Like give me I don't know, give me ones. If you think it's a good price, one. If you think it's too expensive, give me some twos. And let me just see what you guys think. Too expensive, tell me two. One, you think it's good? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ones. No, $25 is good. It's good. Yeah, all right, good. Yeah, because it's a trade paperback, and I think that this is your reading copy, Somebody said I want the hardcover, but I don't want to read it. I don't want to read my hardcover and wreck it. And it's like, well, then get a hardcover and then buy the less expensive trade paperback as a reading copy. I don't know if I'm going to open this to show you, but basically all this is the guts of the hardcover. So, it's everything that the hardcover has except with the cheap soft cover. All right, so let me see. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, hold on. LOL. Okay. I'm waiting for a piece of original art from somebody who's drawing something for me. And I got really excited there for a minute, but they're like, "No, I just had some lunch." In the middle of the night, artists are on backwards schedules. All right, so anyway, this is the trade paperback. I like it. It's special because the logo is on the front, and for the hardcovers, the logo is not on the front. All right, so I'm going to put this away. Move my glasses so that my glasses don't break. And next I'll show you... All right, this is the standard edition hardcover. If you backed Warts and All, one of the features of Warts and All was that we were offering everybody everything for a really good price. I mean, I think this is over 450 pages. Let me double check without showing you. Oh, it's 416 pages. We said this was going to be 328 pages. It's 416 pages, and it really has everything in it. So, we wanted to just say, hey, we're going to do a beautiful hardcover book. We're going to offer it for a nice low price to our backers. And this is what you're going to get. This is the $30 edition hardcover if you backed it on Indiegogo. If you buy it from us on eBay, you're going to pay $40 for this, whereas Indiegogo backers bought it for $30. So that's the way we have to go moving forward. I would actually like to charge more for it because on eBay because my attitude is that when we sell things on eBay after the Indiegogo backers get theirs, we should be like overcharging by a certain amount so that backers have a window. Like if we're selling our Cyberfrog Blood Honey Chromiums for $100 and backers paid $25 for them, that means if people ordered extras, they can sell theirs for $90 and undercut us, right? We want to leave enough of a window so that people who purchased it at $25 can resell them on eBay and make a good profit. So we should be selling them at the high end. And I think eventually, we will. And maybe it's $50. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet, but it's got to be more than $30. But if you backed at $30, the reason why Indiegogo exists, and I feel like I have to, tell my peers this. It's like you're basically asking people to give you the capital to be able to make the books that you want. It's not just a simple transaction. It's not just, hey, I'm selling you this $30 book. People are giving you $30 and then saying, we're going to wait. We're investing. We're going to pay the least. We're going to get the book the fastest. You guys are going to get this book first. But that money that you give me, I'm going to invest it in making more books, obviously, that I'm going to sell to people who are latecomers. And that's really where my profit comes in. So we want to make sure that backers of our campaigns get everything the cheapest and get everything first. We don't want them to wait. We want them to pay the least amount. And then people who missed it through no fault of their own sometimes, you guys just weren't aware. But those people who are latecomers or didn't want to invest in the campaign, they're going to get it last. They'll get it quickly, like much quicker after they order it. There's going to be no wait for them, but they are going to pay more for it. So if we don't have that kind of an arrangement, there is no good reason to do crowdfunding. So we want to make sure that's clear all the time. Always back my campaigns. That's my advice to you. If you can do it, back the campaign. We have limited edition offers. They're always going to be the cheapest. They're always going to be the best value. And you are going to have the items in your hands before anyone else, even though you have to wait. Even though you have to wait for the production to happen. You definitely want to back the campaigns. And if people aren't backing the campaigns, then we can't make anything. So counting on you, depending on you. And because of that, I will always return your trust and faith with a great product. And this is a great product for $30. There's no doubt about it. All right, so this is the $30 edition. You can see that the pages here are just regular. And there's no ribbon. But look at the binding here. I can't remember what the binding is, but this is the most expensive kind of binding that you can get on a book. This is a high quality item. I'm very, very proud of this. Very pleased that we were able to make this. All right, I'm going to set this aside. And before we get to the big thing, I'm going to show you the coloring book, which I quite like. I made this coloring book as an extra bonus. It's saddle stitched. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I made this coloring book as an extra bonus for the executive backers, but it's also it was also for sale. It will be for sale on eBay again. We used to get these. DC Comics was making these all the time. They were making adult coloring books, and I think they even looked like this. Here's the back here. This is just a super high quality coloring book for adults. It's an adult coloring book. It did say adult coloring book, and I said, no, take the word adult off of there. It's going to look like pornography. Survivor's coloring book works good. I like that. I like the idea that you survived the Vespis, and this is your coloring book. You got a little intro from me with a shout out to Kyle Ritter. You are now the colorist of one of the biggest indie comics mega hits of all time, Cyberfrog. I'm a very humble man. Very humble. Imagine that I've sent these drawings to you as I send them to superstar colorist Kyle Ritter. Superstar colorist Kyle Ritter. He thinks I don't love him. I do. With these simple instructions, and I always say this to Kyle, I say, make these pages rock. I know you can do it. Get your crayons, your colored pencils, markers, and paints, and bring these line drawings to life. Humanity depends on this frog. Find that perfect shade of green and go to it. I like this image. Like there, we pulled a lot of images from the book, took out the colors, and then took out the word balloons, and just left these perfect. I mean, we start out at the beginning. Like these are early Cyberfrog drawings that you can color. You can even fill in the word balloons here. This is all Holly Heroes stuff. And then there's an amazing jump in quality. 20 years later, boom, this is the way my drawings actually look. Much, much, much better. I love, and this, I mean, honestly, this is high quality. These are high quality reproductions. The detail on these is incredible, okay? So those of you who want to color with computer coloring, you want to scan these pages in, you're not going to find better printings than this coloring book here. You're just not going to. Ooh, look, there's Rebecca and early Salamandroid. You've got Cyberfrog from the warts and all cover with the background dropped out. You got the nice Rumblebee. Look how good Rumblebee looks. I can't believe I can draw this well. I can't. When I see my own work after I'm separated from it, like when you're drawing it, you just go, oh, whatever, you know, like let me get this thing done. But when you're actually done with it and you can look at it and separate yourself from it, you're like, wow, this is really good. I love Cyberfrog. I love that I'm able to do this. Here's this his introduction page. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful stuff for you to color your kids. I'm gonna give one of these to Ava, and I'm just gonna say, color this for Daddy, and I'll save it. Get the nice Heather Swain page in black and white here with Ben Riley. And this is my favorite. Andrea said, "Did we give this page away yet?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really know because, backers get their choice. Backers people who backed at the $1,000 level get to choose which page they want." And she says, "I hope nobody chooses this page. I would like to keep it." Yeah, it's nice. Look at Heather. That is a hug. That is the hug of a friend who hasn't seen you in 20 years. So this is the coloring book. We're going to offer this as well. I think it's going to be like $8 or something like that. And we'll put this up on eBay for people who didn't get one. All right, so I took 3 coloring books home. Oh, by the way, I'm sending one of these to Andy Smith. Andy Smith, like, for some reason, Andy Smith, the creator of First Man Comicscape, he was just like, when is the coloring book going up on eBay? I'm like, why do you want a coloring book out of everything? Like, I would think you would want, like, one of the He's like, I want one of those coloring books. I'm like, I'll send it to you, Andy. Just give me your address. You're gonna be one of the first ones to get the coloring book. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it was $12 to back it. My bad, Kenneth. I haven't even looked. I'm guessing at these prices. I'll make it $15 then. All right. So here is the here is the whole. This is the king. This is the end result of what we were trying to do here. This is the executive hardcover. All right. So how can I show this to you? It's like the camera's too close. And I can't fix it. Let me see. Everything is a living hell. It really is. Alright, I'm going to balance it on my brother's book here. My brother Noah, his copy of Please Don't Step on My Genko Jeans. I'm going to put that under the arm of this and just hope it stays up. Okay, this is the executive hardcover. We did sell 1,630 of these. And I printed 2,200 of them. So the number of them that are going to be left, a little less than 600. I will put these up on eBay. They're going to be very expensive if you want one. But this is this will be worth every single penny. This is absolutely high quality, no expenses spared. The printer gave me a list of bells and whistles that they could add to the book, and I said I want all of them. I want all of them. Don't. Yeah, I want absolutely everything with this. Everything that we can do. Okay, the first thing that is cool about this edition is this right here. This is only available. I'm not going to reprint this because, ew. This is Cyberfrog the Frogapalooza zine. It is a hardcover. As you can see, you know, we've got a nice little, what do you call this, dust jacket on it. Very, very nice design. Frogapalooza zine, 64 pages of never before published art, sure to amaze and delight. And on the back, this is the cover that was originally Hall of Heroes Cyberfrog number 2. Look, it's all beat up. This is a color photocopy. It looks good like this. I like the way that they put this filter over it to disguise how beat up it is. It's like Lollapalooza, except with Cyberfrog. Alright, so this book basically is the development of Cyberfrog, the early years, from 1993 to 1994. It's all unpublished stuff. It's embarrassing. Look at this. Handwritten note on the inside of the thing. This was a note that I wrote to Trent in 1994 when I sent him a packet of photocopies, where I'm telling him if he doesn't like it, he can jam it up his ass. That's all here, but it's so cool. They took the little handwritten note and made it the liner notes here. I love that shit. That is great. All right, so yeah, the early years. This entire book is in black and white. Here's my opening essay. Between 1993 and 1994, I was a loser, adrift in a sea of loserhood. But I was a loser with a dream, and that dream was a vivid dream of frogs. Comic books about frogs. That dream has come true. This book contains the struggle to achieve that dream. It isn't about the glory, it's about the struggle towards the glory and the eventual triumph of the frog. Like a pollywog swimming in murky water, slowly developing hind limbs, forelimbs, and losing its tail, this is the slow, inevitable growth of a froglet that would eventually turn green for that adrift loser in 1993. You weren't ever meant to see any of this, so remember that. When Cyberfrog remarks, quote, I complain about the stupid programming on cable, but I have an illegal hookup, unquote, he may as well have been advising you, the reader, and indeed each and every one of us. Enjoy. Ethan Van Sciver. This was December of 2020 that I wrote this. And by the way, this book is for Alan, Matt, and Trent. Hall of Heroes, guys. What's inside? All of this stuff. Table of contents here. A lot of just shit. Here is Cyberfrog versus Wolverine. But because it's Wolverine, we had to change it and make it Wolverine. This is the stuff that I was drawing when I created Cyberfrog. This is all the early shit. Look at this. That led to Cyberfrog being a thing. So yeah, I'm never gonna reprint this. This is just an edition for this particular book. Everything as it was. I think there's even. This is cool right here. Like their handwritten notes at the top to Trent Kanuga, you know. Cyberfrog 3, Hall of Heroes, Cyberfrog 3 preview. I drew 4 pages of this, and then that was it. I never finished it. I went to Harris Comics. Here's Heather Swain when she was going to be a necromancer. She was going to be able to raise the dead. That was a weird idea. Maybe I'll still have her do that. More handwritten notes to Trent Kanuga. More weird shit. And there you have it. And this is the important part. No refunds. That is the important part. As the Sex Pistols once opined, you ever feel like you got swindled? So that's what this is. That's what the Frogapalooza zine is. It's just all the early stuff. And this is the whole thing now. This is warts and all, the complete 90s. As you can see, the pages are gilded now on this edition. I don't know what it is with that. Like the gilded the gilded pages kind of make the pages stick together in some places, like just at the tips. So when you go through this, if you get your copy, you have to kind of break it apart a little bit. I think this one is. I think I kind of did that. But yeah, in order to gild the thing, they just hold the pages together and then run them against a painting machine. It's really fucking weird. And you can see here, we've got a nice green ribbon. Somebody suggested that I make this a pink ribbon instead so it would look more like Cyberfrog's tongue. But I didn't think of that in time. Nice, right? Very cool. Very cool slipcover. We start out with the original Hall of Heroes cover. And this was really cool. We stripped the original marker colors off of this. On the original book, I colored it, hand-colored it with markers. Well, we actually stripped the colors down and have a black and white version of this. And then I sent it to Kyle Ritter, who colored it using my marker colors as a color scheme. And look how great that looks. Kyle Ritter is a genius. So we go from this, boom, to the redrawn, 2019 version here that ended up being the cover for Unforgettable Tales. What do you think, buddy? Yeah? All right. Chicken fry menu is the table of contents. Lots of notes to you. My family dedicates... Ordinarily, I dedicate this to, let me see. Ordinarily, I dedicate my books to my family first and foremost, but this book exists because of you. I wasn't sure that this trip to the past was one that I wanted to take, but you, the fans, made it clear that it was a journey you'd like to take with me. And so, the complete 90s Cyberfrog warts and all was made at your request. So whether this book represents your nostalgia for the indie comics of the 90s, or if you're a new Frog fan that is curious about the roots of this franchise, this book is for you. My family dedicates it to you with affection and gratitude for all that you've done for us. Enjoy. And then belch. Then a belch there. More intro. Look at this. We got the human sunbeam. This was me before I transcended into, the human sunbeam. This book looks good. Great. Your fingers, however, says Don Rungel. What's wrong with my fingers? Yeah. All right. So every single issue has an opener. I give you a little essay about what I remember. And it's kind of like sad because I did go through this and read it. And it starts out, we don't leave anything out. Like every scrap of Cyberfrog information. Like I didn't cut any of the text pages or the letters columns. I tried to keep everything in this. And we didn't color it. It's in black and white with the original lettering. It's exactly as it was originally presented. Like if you want to see a better version of this, you get Unforgettable Tales. And we clean that up. We redo the lettering and it's in color. But for this, we just left everything as it was. Here's the letters column with Noah, my little brother Noah, his first drawing of Cyberfrog when he was 9 years old. But anyway. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, there's an essay for every single book that I wrote, just an explanation of where I was and what I remember doing, what I was doing when I, drew and wrote these books. And it's sad because he grabs a grandmother's head and then squishes it with his hand. Oh, I don't remember doing that. This is a good lecture. And so because of the fact that I am but a figment of this guy's imagination, it stands to reason that my actions are fictional too. For example, watch as I crush the head of someone's grandma like an overripe tomato. Cruel and unusual? In real life, yes. I have to tell people that. I have to explain to people that is, it's just fictional. Anyway, every little bit of Cyberfrog is in this. You're not going to miss any of it. I explain what happened. I explain where I was. Good long essays. And then I tell the whole story of why I had to stop. It's like it gets optimistic at one point and then it just kind of, fizzles out. Oh, look at Heather. Oop. Uh-oh. My brother's book fell down. All right, let me see if I can fix this. Very low tech around here, guys. All right, yeah. So everything is in here. Every page of every issue, even the Art Adams sketches are in here. Cyberfrog versus Creed is in here with special thanks to Trent Kanuga because he, gave me permission to reprint it, which I, again, am indebted to him for. Little pinup of Heather Swain. We didn't miss anything. And at the end, there is the best backup. All right, so that's the very last page of Cyberfrog. The gallery here, this is the greatest thing ever. The gallery could have been a hardcover book in and of itself. Every little scrap of every ad, every interview that was in any magazine, every single variant cover is in here with commentary. I wrote something for everything so that, I fully explained myself and apologized over and over again. I caught one spelling error. Look at this. Vantage Kami card and pics. Shit. We left that a C. Didn't notice that. But I think the rest of it's pretty good. Lots of like house ads. Every single house ad from Harris Comics and Hall of Heroes is in here. Like, how cool is that? Like, we put the house ads in. You wouldn't, like, nobody else would have thought to do that. Here's the censored page coupon. And then the censored page itself is in here. Action figure designs. Shitty computer coloring. Oh, terrible. Here's the Salamandroid and Cyberfrog with Vampirella double page spread that we had to, like, read out Vampirella because we couldn't, I can't put Vampirella in there. And then here's the piece. There's the cover piece. And then the afterword, which is like, I don't know. This is my explanation. This is my speech about Comicsgate. It's like that's what the afterword ends up being, is me explaining what Comicsgate is and why it's necessary. And I think it's good for people who pick this up and don't know what Comicsgate is. This explains why Comicsgate's necessary, why Cyberfrog is here, and what we're. It has, like, it tells you all about Blood Honey and Wreck Planet, and all that stuff that you can get. Here is my bibliography. Ethan Van Sciver is a 28-year veteran of the comic book industry. He is and has been called the world's most charming and disarming, elegant and eloquent, though humble man. He's a great big Star Wars fan and a trusted member of the media on his YouTube channel, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Born in Provo, Utah, September the 3rd. Considers himself a New Jersey native where he lives in a pretty nice bomb shelter deep in the darkest part of the Pine Barrens with his wife, Andrea, and 3 kids. Those who have claimed, you know what, and F you guys, those who have claimed that he is a fat pie eater are not technically wrong, although Ethan has pointed out that 2XL is not necessarily considered fat by most people. F you guys that I had to even put that in there. But I do. The important thing is that he's a human sunbeam, beloved and cherished by all. Warm yourself in his rays, this, his creation, for it is good, warts and all. All right, so that's the book. I'm super proud of it. This, honestly, this ribbon will be put to good use, this bookmark ribbon, because it will take you a long time to read. There's a lot of good quality, fun material in here. And I spent a long time writing it, so I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you ordered it, if you got it. It doesn't fit back in the slipcase, though. Get in there. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Absolutely terrific. All right, I turn my eyes to the chat and see what you have to say. Cyberfrog, you sit up here, my friend. We did this together. Sheila Aliens points out that it's all passive-aggressive insecurity. Well, maybe, but, screw you guys. Peppermint Oil Capsule says, you previously mentioned a paperback version of Frogapalooza. Are you still interested in doing that? I'm on a budget, sorry. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do a paperback version of it. I think this is it. It just doesn't need to be reprinted. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't need it. It's shit. I mean, it's shit. And that's me saying that. I'm talking about my own work. I put it in there just because, if you're paying this much for this kind of content, like, there's something to be said for completeness. So I want to make sure that, you've got everything that I had that was available. Jay says, Ethan, say hi to me, please. Hi, Jay. Talking comics with Shane. Hey, Shane Davis. He says, all caps chips, please. Yeah, Shane, I really felt silly when I saw those bags, like with sweatshirts in them, and they all did look like bags of Lay's potato chips. You know, it was very weird. I did have to order some new bags, and I kept the yellow off, so now they're just white with the all caps logo on it. I saw your video. Thank you very much. Um, let's see. Fenrir Fire says I'm too sexy for my book. I don't know. I just, it just isn't worth reprinting that. It's not like this is really cool. This is limited now. This one book is limited to 2,200 copies. That's it. And the only way you can get it is to purchase the executive. And I just think that makes the executive edition that much better, that much more valuable. You know? Yeah. The chip bags are cool. Well, they're cool, but we're gonna do something different. I gotta get hat boxes. I'm gonna get little boxes to put the hats in. I don't know if that's gonna be too expensive though. Boxes are kind of pricey. Oh, thank you, Jack Stafford, for putting up the eBay store. Yeah, eBay store is doing good. We sold out. We are officially sold out of Unforgettable Tales #1. I can't believe that. I don't understand. We still have one box, which is like 80 copies, of Unforgettable Tales #2, but we have 0 Unforgettable Tales #1. Did we have 80 people just buy issue #1? Like, why am I out of? You would think I'd have the same amount of both, but I don't. I'm sold out of issue 1. Jarl Tracosta says, "Is it too late to fix the typo 2XL? You meant 6XL." You son of a gun. It isn't a typo. I'm 2XL. It's not that fat. Are you signing them for backers? I'm in the first 500 club, says Jasper Plan 9. Let me look back and see if I said that I would sign them. The problem is, I will if I said that I will. I don't remember what the campaign says. I certainly don't mind autographing them all. The problem is that they come plastic wrapped, I don't want to break the plastic wrap off of everyone's books and then touch them. I'd much rather you get them sealed up and you be the first one to open and touch the book. But if that's something that I promised that I would do, and that was part of the, incentive, I definitely will do it. What's the Joker action figure? This isn't the Joker. This is Johnny Phantasm. This is Patrick Thomas Parnell, his comic book, and he has actually he's beaten me to the punch. He's the first guy in Comicsgate to make an action figure. So you can still back it. I think he's got a limited number left. Go to Johnny Phantasm action figure on Indiegogo. And yeah, he says I'm the first one to actually get one. They're gonna come in. They're gonna come on cards too. So like on a bubble card. Mine was just in a baggie though. Look at his little severed head. You threw out the hat boxes. I know, 200 watt studio. Imagine if I just packed up. If I just packed up my all caps hats in those creepy. Yeah, I could have done that. Tara Wombat says there are hat boxes in the dumpster, fool. Back Ultra Star says SDA. Yeah, that's Patrick's new book. Peppermint Oil Capsule says, will any Frogapaloozas factory seconds be available on Indiegogo or on eBay, or is it box set only? There are no factory seconds. Everything will be, they will all be bound up and packed in this. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get any separately. They only come in this box. Hulk Smash says, you lose 1,000 subs? Probably. 1,000 people just walking away from me. Indiana Jeremy says, where's my rainbow book, Frogman? Man, I gotta finish Frogs up and then I can go work on Rainbow the Brute. I'm really looking forward to it. I got more and more great ideas coming to me. I'm starting to get, as Cyberfrog Wreck Planet is like wrapping up, I'm starting to get more ideas for Rainbow the Brute, Max Santiago says, hurry up and put it on eBay. Yeah, I need my copies. Yeah, we're waiting for a few more things. I'm waiting for Unforgettable #3. And I don't know how long that's going to take to come in. I can't ship until I have Unforgettable 3. I'm waiting for my Frog Tongue Grabbers, and I'm waiting for... What else am I waiting for? I'm waiting for my bag. I have a Cyberfrog, a green, like, satiny Cyberfrog pull string bag, and I'm going to put all of these, like, for executive backers, I'm going to put this in the pull string bag and then put that in our cool box that we've designed. And I'm waiting for a glowing lanyard. I think that's everything I'm waiting for now. Once I have all that stuff, then I can begin fulfilling warts and all. And believe me, we want to fulfill warts and all. Our warehouse is stuffed now. I mean, it's just stuffed with this. I mean, we got to get it out of here. We got to get it out of here. Andrew's like, where are you going to put Wreck Planet? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I guess in the basement. You know, hopefully we'll be able to fulfill warts and all and move these boxes out of here. And then we'll put all these books up on eBay and they'll sell through pretty quickly. You know, I have a feeling warts and all is going to sell out on eBay. And it's not going to be a problem. Lancer737 says, hey, Uncle E, I hope you're having a good weekend. I snagged the human Princess Luna statue. And it's a Combiner Wars G2 Bruticus. Wait, and a Combiner Wars G2 Bruticus this weekend. It's been good. Nice. Transformers fan. Yeah, we're going to have to get a larger warehouse. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat again. Ethan, it says my hoodie was delivered. Going to check the mail right now. Oh, good, Sheila. Yeah, we put your hoodie in the mail like first day. I was like, make sure that Sheila gets hers first because she's been busting balls about it. So we did. Like, Andrea made sure she got yours out on the first day. These are, Mark Walters is in the chat. What kind of pens are those in the upper left? These are Copic Multiliners. This is what I use to ink Cyberfrog with. Yeah. I can't wait to buy the all caps ball caps, says Lord Commander. Yeah, that's going to be good. I'm going to put in an order for 300 more of them. I just think they're evergreen. They're going to sell forever. So I might as well just buy 300 of them and just always have them up on eBay. Humble Homebody says the World of Frogs. Worst one says the card bind. Oh yeah, we're waiting for the card binders. That's the other thing we're waiting for. I think they're coming though. I think that I heard the card binders, the trading card binders are on their way. So I'm not really worried about them. I want to know where Unforgettable Tales 3 is. And I'm kind of concerned about the tongue grabbers because, I mean, that might have been stupid of me. I added them like at the last minute. I just kind of said I want to make these and I'm going to give them away to executive backers. And it's like, I didn't need to do that. And I just ended up putting a toy into production that hopefully won't. I'm told like April 15th they're going to be here. But isn't today April 15th? No, today's the 10th. Anyway, I'm told April 15th they're going to get here. But that kind of stuff makes me very nervous in my stomach. Because it's like, toys are hard to make. Today, I announced on Indiegogo that people who back the Rainbow the Brute Executive Briefcase Edition, which is essentially a girly lunchbox, people who back that we're gonna make a severed unicorn head pencil topper, like the one that Rainbow the Brute is roasting over a spit, like on his sword over an open fire. On the cover, you know, I want to make that exact thing, except I want it to be bloodier. I want it to be like cutesy, but I want the gore to be very realistic on it. So I put my sculptors on it, and we're gonna see if they can make that. And I told Andrea about it, and she said that's a good idea, but why don't we just make a pencil too? Like, why not make a Rainbow the Brute pencil that it can go on? And I said, oh, like a fruity little gay pencil with Rainbow the Brute all over it. And she's like, yeah, like that. I was like, all right, so why don't we do that? And Andrea's got these great ideas. So I'm going to make a pencil, too, that'll go on your severed unicorn head. That'll be kind of like an eraser. But don't erase anything with it, you know. Leave it in good shape. If you erase it, like, the blood will probably come off. Comics Du Nord says, I think Andrea locked EVS in the basement. Let me tell you something. I was a good husband today. There's no doubt about it. Andrea is not locking me in the basement. I have said to her, I said, I need to draw. I got to have time to draw. And I did everything right today. Everything right. I think the only thing I didn't do was go to Kaylee's soccer game because I stayed home and drew. That's perfect. Ideal husband. Eric Huffle says, can you do the pencil with foil or sparkles? They did those all the time in the 80s. Yeah, probably. Like, we're doing scratch and sniff stickers already. I don't know if you know this, but everybody's getting Care Bears, or not, I'm sorry, Unbearables scratch and sniff stickers. Did Anna make love to Graham yet? Grana must happen. I saw that. I was like, how fucking drunk was I? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Andrew, I fell asleep. I passed out on the couch. I think I told this story to you guys already, but I'm not sure if I did. So the Jack Show had a drinking challenge, which I really had no business getting involved in. But I did anyway, because, it's like when you have, it's peer pressure. I knew I should not be drinking, because I had to wake up the next day and unload 1,000 38-pound crates. It's like, that's a lot. Like, when you're, that's a lot of unpacking to do. It's probably more than 1,000. So, but anyway, once I'd started, I couldn't just pussy out. So I drank everything I was supposed to drink. Passed out on the couch. I left the Jack Show, I disappeared. And I'm so glad I did, because I don't remember leaving. I don't remember clicking X and leaving, but fortunately I did. I didn't just leave the camera on or fall over. Passed out on the couch. It's 3 a.m. Andrea comes downstairs and she goes, "Are you drunk? Are you?" And I just looked at her and went, "Rrr." Evidently, she's explaining what I said to her. She's like, "There's water running in the driveway. I need your help." And I said, "What?" She goes, "Raccoons have turned on the faucet." I didn't know they could do this, but raccoons can do this. Raccoons have little hands and they're very smart. So they go out and they'll turn the faucet, they'll turn the spigot on your hose because they know that's a source of water. And it freaks Andrea out. She's like upstairs and she hears water running. So it's 3 a.m. and it just, by the way, the raccoons choose tonight to do this. They did this last year once or twice. I think I told you about it. But they did it again the night that I am unconscious, like immobilized, drunk. And she's like, "You sneered at me with one eye, like your eyes were crossed, and you said, 'Go do it yourself.'" So she's like, "Are you drunk?" "Yes." So she's like, "I let the water run until 6 a.m. when dawn came, when the sun came out." She's like, "I was afraid to go out there and face the raccoons. And then I turned it off myself." And I was like, I'm totally ashamed. I'm like, "I am so sorry. Look, here's what happened. And you got to believe me. This is not something that I would ordinarily do. You know that. You know that I hardly ever drink. I said I would take a shot for every $200 that Rainbow the Brute has been sitting at $3.99 forever. I said I'd take a shot for every $200 that Rainbow the Brute moves, and because I was thinking I'll take like 4 or 5 shots and we'll get to 400,000. And the next time we refreshed it, it was at $408 fucking thousand. So what am I going to do? People promise, I promised people that I would do this. I can't not do it. I can't just be a pussy. I can't just be like, "I'm sorry." So I had to drink all this whiskey. And she understood. I said, "Here's what you need to understand. It's like basically I got drunk for $9,000 last night. Like $9,000 came into our Rainbow the Brute account, our campaign. So really, I was working, babe. I was working." I think she kind of understood. I don't know. No, I'm not. Look, and then the raccoons knew I was incapacitated, so that's when they decided to go ahead and fuck with our garden hose. Absolutely terrible. And then I had to get up. Like, this is the thing. 3 a.m. and I'm completely immobilized. I know that I gotta wake up. I gotta go to the warehouse. I gotta be there at 9. Because that's when the, driver's coming. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. Well, I woke up, I was okay. I was okay. I felt like I'd been kicked in the ribs a bunch of times. But I was okay. I was able to get over there and do work. But man, what an idiot. Why do I'm never going on the Jack show again. Daniel Craig says, do you think the divorce papers will also say Andrea kind of understood? Yeah. Oh, so stupid. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going on the Jack show. I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking, shots of whiskey. I'm drinking Johnny Walker Blue Label. For tips. What kind of shit is that? So, all right, yeah. Andrea kicked you in your ribs after you sneered at her, says Kenneth Day. I couldn't even move my face. It wasn't a sneer. I had to say to her, I said, I don't remember saying. The thing is, I rewound the Jack Show stream because I needed to see like what I forgot. And I was so humiliated. What I saw was me going, Anna, why don't you make love to Graham Nolan? And then disappearing. What the fuck? Like, where did that come from? Why was I saying that? I'm telling you, alcohol. And this is what I told Andrea. I said, here's the thing, back in the 1800s and the early 1900s, when there was a drive to really push alcohol and liquor from society, like, that's when the, what was the 1920s, when they outlawed alcohol. I can't even remember anything anymore. It was weird, I agree. It didn't come from the heart. Prohibition, thank you. Prohibition, the whole thing was men were working and then drinking themselves into just absolute imbecility. And then, they would just treat people poorly. And women would say it's the devil's alcohol. Like when men drink, when husbands drink, like the devil takes over. And like I'm like, that's kind of a weird way to look at being drunk. I think it's true because I don't remember a fucking thing. Like I was on autopilot. And it's one thing to like drink when you're with your friends. It's another thing to drink on a live stream so that there's a record of it and you can actually see what you were saying. The dumb shit you were saying in front of 2,000 people. You can see, why don't you just make love to Graham Nolan? What? I have no memory of that. None. Now, fortunately, Anna has already dealt with Kelsey. She's already dealt with Shane Davis. So, I mean, I wasn't nearly as bad as those two guys, but still pretty bad. Biggest Dickus says, do you remember eating your cat? No, I didn't eat any cat. Kerry Nation was such a bitch. And I guess what happened was after I left, they all drank too. Like John Malin got plowed and Anna got drunk. I'm not a mean drunk. The weirdest thing was Shane being the sober person. Yeah. I found I had like pie crumbs all over the floor. Terrible. Yeah, so I'm not going to be drinking anymore. I shoved a whole bunch of pie down. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember eating pie. Oh, what a nightmare. Yeah, I'm done. I'm absolutely done with it. Never again. Snarkticon DM says, when Shane and his little face was the sensible adult in the room, you're in a world of trouble. Oh. I was eating a bag of chicken. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Yeah, that was it, guys. Enjoy it. It's never happening again. We'll never do that again. Christopher Hassian says, do you remember ever not eating pie? No, I don't remember that. Horrendous. Anyway. A bag of chicken. Yeah. I had a bag of chicken in the fridge, like fried chicken from, I think it was from Rostelli's or something. Supermarket. I was saving it. Divine Legend says, I smoked on a live stream once and killed all my friends on Call of Duty. They were on my team. Oh, yeah. No, chicken fry. By the way, that's not a bad idea. Like, I was talking to Andrea about this, and I was like, if what we could really be aiming to do is, how meta would it be to actually open up a franchise of chicken fry restaurants and further bring Cyberfrog's world into reality? And why couldn't we do that? It's like Mr. Beast did it. He's got all these burger joints now. Why couldn't we just open up a chicken fry restaurant and then franchise it using all the logos that we already have? Yeah. So No Name says the founder. I love that movie. I was watching it again today, and I was just like, damn, I really, really admire Ray Kroc for how evil he was. Uh, I would do that. Chicken fry. When does the gold and silver Cyberfrog? Oh, yeah. I should tell you guys about that. So I have Okay, so we're going to be doing a gold edition of Blood Honey that's exclusive to our wonderful executive backers, Honeycomb box backers, Rec Planet. We're working on putting those together. They're going to be cold foil pressed editions, gold editions. I said, while you're at it, why not? Let's do a silver version and let's do a white version. It'd be like a blank white cover, except Cyberfrog is pressing out of it, the logo and everything. And then what we'll do is I'm going to match them up with the gold, silver, and white edition. I guess not the gold ones, but the silver and white edition toys that we have. So they'll be limited to 1,000. Like, we're going to make 1,000 silver Cyberfrog Ultimate Blood Honeys, and they come with a set of silver Salamandroid and Cyberfrog PVCs. And that'll be part of the Blood Honey box campaign. I'm putting this together, the Blood Honey box campaign. And then we'll have like a white edition as well. You'll get a white book, and you'll be able to get a white set of toys. Snarkcon DM says there's already a place called Chick and Fry. Well, is it called Chick with a CHIK? SDA says Dave Finch Comic Skate. Oh, that'd be nice. Could be. Yeah, I talked to Dave Finch and said, hey, draw me a Cyberfrog. They're doing their own thing. The Finches are very, very smart. You see what they're doing? They're doing exactly what I did. That's how you know they're smart. Next will come, once they build up their channel to a certain point, and I think it's already there, in my opinion, and then they'll crowdfund and they'll own whatever they do. And it'll be great. They're going to do magnificent. Sulfur X and Comics says DC's doing foil covers again, Batman 108. Everybody's copying me. Everyone's copying me. EVS, what was your favorite little rascal Froggy? Oh, EVS was your favorite little rascal Froggy. I don't remember Froggy. I don't remember him. My favorite little rascal was definitely Alfalfa, because he was like a piece of shit in real life. And he was rich and spoiled. He knew they couldn't stop him. So he'd come in early on the soundstage and pee all over the hot lights and stuff like that, Froggy. Hulk Smash says you almost gave away the name on the Jack Show. Oh, Dave Finch? Oh, you guys think I mean that Dave Finch is going to be Comicsgate? Well, I'm not saying. I am not saying nothing. No, you don't. You think you do, Comic Book One. Adrian Stone says, we know it's Todd McFarlane. Well... Trencher1375 says, my favorite little rascal is Doug. Saul for Accent Comics says, so happy I got the honeycomb box. Yeah, the honeycomb box is going to be cool, but the blood honey box is going to be cool too. That's what I'm working on, that campaign. I don't want to do another campaign unless I can, reach 6 figures with it. And since it's like, I don't know, honey, like a blood honey box, there needs to be stuff in it. I got to think of what to put in it to make that campaign hit 100,000. Otherwise, what's the point? You don't want to have a campaign that doesn't hit six figures. Random McRanderson says, if Todd McFarlane declared Comicsgate, that would just be game over for me. I'd consider the movement victorious no matter what happened after. Get ready. Get ready, guys. Solve for X and Comics says, any reason for the font change on the trading cards? Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I'm printing the trading cards out digitally and then super glossing them now. The reason why is because, the method that we were using, the technique that we were using for the trading cards before left the lettering on the back light. On the Heather Swain card, it was almost unreadable. It was very disappointing. So I'm doing it differently now. The lettering on the back is bolder and more legible, and I just think it's better. Yeah. Sell actual blood honey. No, I don't remember drunk messaging anyone. Larson has been red-pilled and is Comicsgate. I don't think Eric Larson is Comicsgate. I think Eric Larson is, I don't know. I don't think he's Comicsgate. Green Laser says Jeff Johns needs to leave Hollywood and come to Comicsgate. My thing is, I don't think so. I think Jeff needs to do what he's doing and continue doing it because he's being canceled pretty thoroughly, and yet he's still got his job. He's got his own little production company. It's his. He's being contracted by Warner Brothers and DC Films to do all this cool stuff. My thing to him would be, don't quit. Like, hang on to your job and just laugh at these people. I'd be happiest. Like, Jeff coming and being Comicsgate to me would be sad for him. That's what people would want. He doesn't have to do comics. He's in television and movies. Keep doing your stuff. Stay with Warner Brothers, and keep pissing them off. Snake D to the double G says he just released a book with Image. Yes, Geiger. It's good. I'm glad he did. Everything's changing. Everything's changing. J. Scott Campbell doing a book again would be nice. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Mr. Dong says Eric Larson is more likely to join Preston's Coom crew, to be honest. I've seen some stuff. That's all I'm saying, Mr. Donks. You making more XL ball caps, says the Brain Pulp. Yeah. I've got plenty of small, medium caps, and honestly, they're good. I mean, they're big enough for my head, and I've got a big melon head. But I didn't make enough extra large ball caps. There are only two sizes. There's small, medium, and then large, extra large. I didn't make enough. I admit it. I don't know what I was thinking. I said I'll take the minimum order on all of these. And that was stupid because the ball caps are really, really nice and they're just evergreen. I'll be able to sell those for years. So, I'm putting in another order. I'm going to order 300 more. And I need to know how long it takes for them to get here. And that's going to determine what I do in the future. Because I wouldn't mind making some more. I'm wearing one now. I'm wearing my original version. My original version doesn't have Cyberfrog underneath. He's there, but it's defective. He's like in yellow ink. I said, how about making that black instead? But this is the cap that I got. This is like the sample that they sent. And I thought, what would happen if we did this in red instead? Like if we had a variant where this hat was like red stitching and everything, and then red under the bill, or a different color, like maybe blue or something like that. Like, what would you guys say? Let me get a little bit more love in the chat. Like, what do you think? What other color instead of yellow would you rather see? Dark green, navy blue, green, green, red, yellow. Yeah, we already have red. I'm saying let's do another one. Let's do a different color so people have a choice. I'm seeing a lot of red and green and a few people saying blue. You know. And we could do one of these and then put Rainbow the Brute underneath instead of Cyberfrog. We could do it red and then put Rainbow the Brute underneath, which would be kind of neat. The real version, the version that everybody is getting, you can see the little Cyberfrog underneath there, and he's like, it's a nice line art drawing, like a nice black line art drawing of Cyberfrog. It came out really, really good. This was like a mistake. I saw this and went, this didn't come out right. Just do it in black, please. But I mean, it doesn't. The hat is like velvety. It's just so nice. Like, in my opinion, I've seen a lot of like people make baseball caps. This is Major League Baseball quality. Like, this is something that you would buy at a ballpark. It is really, really, really nice. Black, people saying black, purple, gold, teal. I'd probably just make the primary colors. I'd make red, yellow, and blue. You know. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I think I can imagine doing a Rainbow the Brute hat. You know. And I got to talk to Kyle, see if Kyle wants to make any Starblade stuff. I don't really know how that works. Like, would people buy Starblade's gear and then like, you know, I gotta figure out. That might just be too complicated a deal to structure. I might not. Maybe I just won't do that. I'll only do my own stuff. Yeah, people are saying yes. Do you mean yes, Starblades? Yeah, I can. I gotta get. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Like, I've got the structure to. I could help Kyle do Starblade stuff, but you know, it's so much work and it's storage. You know, storing all this stuff and shipping all this stuff. You know, it doesn't make sense to do it for somebody else. You know. Yes, Cyberfrog 3. Stop adding projects. More Rainbow the Brute merch. Okay, so I'll do that. I'm going to make some Rainbow the Brute t-shirts. And I want the t-shirts to be good. I don't want them to just be just an image on the front. I would like them to have patches on the sleeve. You know, I want them to be really, really extra special, nice t-shirts. Like, I can picture Rainbow the Brute, like a big image of him on the shirt, and then like a patch that says Chokeslam a Unicorn, like on the sleeve, and then maybe on the other sleeve or something like that, the Laughing Man patch or something like that. You know. Gek812 says, Ethan, you got to concentrate on fulfillment. Kyle can do stuff during his sequel campaign. Or not. I don't know if Kyle can do stuff. Jeff Stark says, Ethan, you should do a Cyberfrog and or all caps comic box. And more stickers. Love that you're offering all the sketch cards on eBay. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, maybe I will. Brad Frederick says, I got nothing profound to say other than thanks for the effing awesome trading cards. They're so glossy and beautiful. Yeah, the trading cards are a big step up in quality. You know, we really went out of our way. And that's just, you know, we've got our Patreon backers. We're going to take care of you guys this coming week. We wanted to do one thing at a time, obviously. We're doing two things at a time. We're fulfilling merch. We're fulfilling hats and hoodies. And then we're also fulfilling YouTube trading cards. And people are getting their YouTube trading card packs. Once we get all the trading cards done, and the final batch of trading cards is going out Monday. We had Michelle working on that all weekend. Then we will we'll go to Patreon, and we'll make sure patrons get their cards. Comic Book One says hockey jersey, please. I don't know if I can sell enough of those. That's the problem. Like, all of this stuff sounds cool. Like, I was telling Andrea, I would want to make a black denim jacket, with Cyberfrog on it, or just with the Laughing Man on the back, really big, And I was like, a black denim jacket. Like, first of all, it would be so expensive to make. They would probably cost $80 a piece to make those. And then we'd sell them for $200. And then how many of those could we sell? And our minimum order would be 1,000. We'd get fucked. Excuse my language. So I want to make, that's why it's so much easier to just make t-shirts and hats, because they're cheap. It's like you can do really good quality t-shirts and hats The hoodie was very expensive, but we did it. It's like I just don't think we have like we could sell 1,000 denim jackets or hockey jerseys. Expensive. They're just not for everybody, and that's the problem. I'm getting booed at now. Sulfur X and Comics says, could Kyle outsource someone else to produce or ship Starblades figures? Yes, he could. I have no idea how any of that works. Haha, also love the new trading cards. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Kyle totally could. I mean, ideally that person would be me who would do that for him, but we're focused on Cyberfrog. Pretty much. I'm getting booed at left and right. Mike Jenkins says, did you do any Blackest Night, Brightest Day books? I did a variant cover for Blackest Night #1. 2 variant covers, in fact, for Blackest Night 1. I don't think I did anything for Brightest Day that I can think of. I think I also did a cover for Blackest Night #3. Oh, you're saying Boo Earns. Comic Book One says a Heather door poster. Gek812 says, are you still looking at setting up Subscribestar? I did set it up. Patreon is just going to get worse with their woke gatekeeping. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have any problems, but maybe I will. I mean, look, they just took another big shot at canceling me. I'm still here. They mass flagged my YouTube channel, organized, really intense. The thing about SJWs now is that they're not focused. Like here they are, like they're focused on mass flagging me. They get bored after a little while, then they go after somebody else. And, it's like it's not as sustained as it used to because they have too many targets. There are too many people that SJWs hate and want to take down, and it just doesn't work. And not only that, I don't really do anything wrong. My channel isn't bad. I'm not sitting here doing what they're saying I'm doing, so YouTube, I'm sure, examined my channel and kind of just went, it's just him bitching about Star Wars. Sulfur X and Comics says Comicsgate board game, card game. Yeah, that's possible. I'd want to make sure it was fun though. I don't want to do a game just for the sake of doing a game. Somebody has to come up with a really good, fun idea for an addictive board game or a card game with Cyberfrog. And then I would be like, yeah, let's do it. But you can't put the cart before the horse and just be like, I need a game, let's do a game. Cyberfrog plushies are going to happen, though. Cirrus, Troy. We've already got the design. And it's just a matter of getting it done. DJ Sickrick says, any plans for an all-cap Cyberfrog flat bill snapback? The dad cap look isn't everyone's style with the taco bill. Oh, you mean because people want to wear like a flat bill now? Ordered my hoodies, can't wait. Thank you, DJ Sickrick. There are no plans, but that doesn't mean I couldn't be talked into it if I thought, if I thought we could get it done. If I thought we could sell enough. Infected Goat 777 says, too cocky. Who, me? You think I'm too cocky? I expect the worst. I always think I'm going to get, look, I've said this from the start. We've got alternate platforms already set up just in case the worst happens. Things could get worse and worse and more unfair. But I mean, here's the main thing. The main thing is I've got a direct line of communication with you guys already through my Wrecked Planet sign-up email. Already got that. I've got my eBay store. And frankly, worst comes to worst, I just promote on Odyssey. I talk to you guys through my email chain list, which works. It works really, really well. I'd set up another email list. Let's see. What is an apocalyptic situation? My Twitter gets shut down. And also my YouTube gets shut down. So we've got Odyssey, we've got email, we've got eBay. And that's just the way that is. It becomes more difficult. But I've got to believe that people at this point, I've got to have faith that people are going to just keep following Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog is too good. It's just a really, really good property. We're making good stuff. I don't think people are like, oh, he's off of YouTube. then he must just have completely vanished. Kind of feel like people will keep following me. But at the same time, I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't sit here and say awful things all the time. Most of the time. Some of the time I do. No, I don't. I don't ever say awful things. Why are you so disrespectful to women? That was the funniest thing I heard on Twitter today. Hilarious. EVS, how about an SJW hat with the AC logo that says Skyver Justice Warriors? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it just is. It is the way it is. Life finds a way, says Ronald Shaw. That's kind of how I see it. I think we're big enough now that we're not going to disappear no matter what. We're just. I think we just crossed that threshold that, like, if there is an apocalyptic canceling, we're big enough. People are going to find Cyberfrog. That's just the way it is. Bull Durham says, when should I expect my membership and Patreon cards, you young whippersnapper? Bull Durham, your membership cards are on the way. If not, they'll be shipped on Monday. And Patreon cards, we're going to start collecting addresses for that this week. So, we're doing channel members first because those are bigger orders. And I think there are like almost 1,000. We have almost 1,000 channel members. Patron's much more rare. We only have about 450 patrons, I think. So, that the Patreon line of cards is going to be much more rare. If you guys aren't patrons yet, and a bunch of you aren't, because we have 800 people watching right now, and I've only got about 400 patrons, you should sign up for the Patreon and get the Patreon card line as well. Shut up, bros. Adrian Stone says, this is technically a cult now. Yeah, I think it is. I think we've crossed that threshold as well. It's nice to be a cult leader. Hold on a second. Sci-Fi says, stop fucking around with hats and erasers and just make a new Twitter. Call it Frogger. Well, that's, again, Andrea is pushing for that. Andrea is saying we need a website. Yeah, we'll get one, I guess. I don't know. I'm just busy. I just want to draw. I got too much stuff going on. But fortunately, there are people reaching out to me all the time who are good at shit and people who want to help. And that's what I like. People reach out to me and go, oh, I do website building. Let me build a website. All right, cool. How about a payment processor? Like, she's like, look, all you really need, Andrea said, all you really need is a storefront with a way that people can see how much money it's raised. Because that's the appeal of Indiegogo. The appeal of Indiegogo to people is that it's entertaining to see how a campaign is doing. Like, that's a reason to talk. It's chatter. People like seeing that number move, and that's why a store isn't as interesting. You've got your stuff up on Amazon. Yeah, I make a purchase, but did anyone else make a purchase? Can't tell. Can't really tell. So we would need to have a website that had a built-in store where you could see the amount of money that was raised. And then we'd be able to just walk away from... mostly just walk away from crowdfunding entirely, I guess. We have enough money right now that we don't really need to crowdfund. It's helpful to crowdfund because it lets you know how many things you need to order. The pre-ordering system is really, really helpful. But we don't need to. People, we have enough money in the bank that we could make Cyberfrog 3 without crowdfunding. We're still doing it though, because it's entertaining as hell. People like to see that number, and people are like, is Cyberfrog 3 gonna beat Cyberfrog 2, or is it all over? Is it downhill for Ethan Van Skyver? These are all entertaining questions that we have to answer for people. So we're gonna crowdfund Cyberfrog 3. Brain Shark for $2 says, would be cool to see Mr. H and you chat indie movies and comics. Yeah, I like Mr. H. From what I've seen of him, he looks like a cool guy. We'd have a conversation with him. I'm not talking to too many people anymore. I'm very solitary now. Cybertronian Shalob. Thanks for joining the channel. I appreciate it. Make sure that you go to the community tab and fill out your address. so that we can send you your trading cards. We don't care how long you've been a member here. Once you're a member, I think they take your money immediately. So once you're a member, we go ahead and just send you your trading cards. Just fill out your address. 200 Watt Studio says, can't wait to get my honeycomb boxes. Beautiful. Is Howard Shakin the new comic skater? Walt Simonson? John Byrne? Wouldn't that be a wonder? You'll just have to wait and see. Random McRanderson says, Patreon tries to control your speech off the platform. No, that's what happened to Sargon of Akkad. I won't give Patreon a dime. Yeah, I understand that. Somebody yelled at me today about making things in China and said I should be all American and only make things in the United States. And that's just not the way business operates. I promise people I'm going to make a product. I got to make it at the best possible cost and the highest quality. And, it's capitalism. Whoever's got the best price, whoever can do it the cheapest with the best quality is going to get my business. That's just, I don't have a choice. I'm working with other people's money. Having said that, the idea of making more of an effort to buy American and to have things made in American, it's definitely political. It's definitely in my heart. I would definitely like to do that more. But sometimes it's 3 times as expensive to make it in the United States of America. And you just can't justify that, Open a sweatshop in the USA, says HM. Yeah, maybe. Make your Cyberfrog pillows in the USA. And it's possible. I would love to make pillows. Wait, did somebody say John Malin is mad at me? Is he mad at me right now? Stephen Rockwood says, please get Warren Ellis at Comicsgate. I like Warren Ellis. I do. Heather Swain hug pillow. A lot of people have asked for that too. Well, I'm making a couple of things right now. Malin isn't mad at me. Okay, thank you, K-Sis. That was just an evil rumor. I was like, what did I do to John? Oh, he's still hungover? Yeah, I didn't feel good. I'm better now, but it was pretty fucking awful. I don't want to drink anymore. Take some of those Guatemalan children, start funneling them across the border and start a toy sweatshop. I don't know if I need to do that. I'm okay where I'm at. I'm all right. Redneck Trekker says, I'm worth $1.7 million. I will back Cyberfrog if I have a confirmation that Cyberfrog is a member of the LGBTQ blah, 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 ha, stupid alphabet community. He isn't, though. Cyberfrog is definitely heterosexual. Oh, let's see. All right, hold on a second. All right. that is the creator in question. And I won't show you. I won't tell you anything. Can't wait. I'm about to see a drawing. Cranberry Langer says, how's Comicsgate, all caps comics, going to expand in the next 3 years? Well, I mean, so excited. How's it going to expand in the next 3 years? I think my feeling is that it's going to happen very naturally, and there's nothing anybody can really do about it, because the reality is the reason why SJWs get so angry about Cyberfrog as opposed to, why aren't they mad about other stuff that other people are doing in Comicsgate? They cannot deny this. This is undeniable. Salamandroid is undeniable. Cyberfrog is undeniable. This is a great looking character. This is a character with mass appeal. And again, I gave these toys to some kids last week, and they immediately fell in love with them. You cannot, this is inevitable. This is going to happen. So what? Cyberfrog 3 will probably sell better than Cyberfrog 2. And Cyberfrog 3 is going to cause other people to want to read Cyberfrogs 1 and 2. And so, eventually what's going to happen is Cyberfrog is going to end up in stores. My own personal story is interesting. I'd be happy to talk about it. We're leading a creative wave of conservative anti-cancel culture. It's an anti-cancel culture movement that we're like at the front of, and we're doing great stuff. It's inevitable. All of this stuff, it's almost historic. So all I really have to do is not fuck up. All I really have to do is just do good books, and we're gonna do great. Snarkticon DM for $10 says, open a factory in Somalia now that kids are getting their monocles. They can see well enough to work. That's a fine idea. So it's going to grow. I mean, my plan is, look, we've got Matt and Trent doing Snowman and Creed. I've got Starblades. I'd like to get Starblades 2 out of Kyle Ritter. Cyberfrog 1 through 4, we'd like to combine into a nice book like this and then put it into bookstores. And the action figures, we're going to start. I would like to, with the action figures, I would like to actually put them in some internet stores, internet toy stores. And there are a lot of people who are interested. So it's just going to be slow. I don't want it to blow up. I don't want it to be... One of the big stupid things that comic book people do is they force a product on the consumer. It's like, we've got a new company that we've stitched together. We've hired all of these comic book pros that we put them on these books, and we're boom, here they are. Nobody knows. Like, this has to be just natural. It just has to be a natural process. Whether or not you like me or like Comicsgate, you've heard of Cyberfrog. Everybody has heard of Cyberfrog. That's what's important. So his growth is inevitable. It's going to happen, and Cranberry Language is like, okay, shut up. Hold on, let me show you something. Can you get through here? All right. I like that. Just crushing a Vespis. This is just badass. All right. Yeah. It's so rad, dude. See what I'm saying? Like, this is cool shit. Oh, so his tail's on Cyberfrog's arm. Or his hand. I'll put him here. Yeah, so why are we going to succeed? Why is All Caps going to win? Because our stuff's better. It's just better. It's just cooler. It's better. We're all about quality. We're all about customer service. We are a mom and pop's comic shop, the way that comics should be done right now, the way that comics have to be done. And people are talking about us. So I don't know. I have faith. I just have faith in us. $25 was a crazy price. I know, $25 for a Sal. This is a Paint Master. This isn't the toy. You can see his tail is stiff here. It doesn't have a this is like the Paint Master version of Salamandroid that I've got. But yeah. Cranberry Language. Okay, sounds good. Sorry, I'm talking about. I'm excited about our company. I'm excited about our business. I think we're on to good things. Definitely. Yeah, I'm about to see some art from one of the biggest artists ever. What can I tell you? Will your trebuchet be made in the USA or China? It's probably going to be made in Germany because I'm putting it in the mountains of Bavaria. Yes, do you own the molds for the toys and PVCs? No, I don't. I don't own like the What do you mean by the molds? No. $500 confirmed for the Sal prototype. I like him. I think he's cool. I'll probably keep him. Let me see. Can't see the wasp. All right, let me zoom in on him a little bit here. Can I zoom in? No. I have to do it by hand. Move Cyberfrog. Sal's hand is crushing him. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's cool shit. Chinese. Oh, cool. They'll do the Chinese knockoffs of Cyberfrog toys. That's kind of what happens. I would love that. That'd be funny. Look at this salamandroid, dude. The great thing about there's got a wasp down there. The great thing about this is that I can just give this toy to somebody and just be like, this is what he looks like. So, the Heather toy, you want the Heather toy to be able to ride Salamandroid's back? Look at this. Ultimate Comic Skate team up. Cyberfrog can be on Sal's back. Stop blue balling, Pie Man, says Kraken of the Sea. When will Salamandroid get gender swap? Never. We're not doing any of that. There's no wokeness that's ever going to happen in any Cyberfrog anything. I'm just not interested in that. I'm not interested in proving to anybody that, I care about diversity and inclusion. I don't. I just don't care. If stories happen. My characters all exist in my head. They're fully formed. They have personalities. I don't think of them as their skin color, if they're gay or not. I just don't. There will be none of that. No wokeness. Zero wokeness. None. It's not even going to be a consideration. Fuck it. Do your characters talk to you too? Says Simply Green. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they kind of do. I know it's weird, but they're real to me. No, I'm not going to do a parody story. John Malin, does Cyberfrog have a sister asking for a friend? No, he's just got a big brother. Very large brother. And some cousins. Wazuru says, Ethan, you sound just like Red Skull. Good. SDA says, I'm delusional. Snake Eye says, that's cool. Cecil's character talks to him, says Casis. John Malin, they were saying that you were mad at me earlier. I was very concerned about it. I don't want John Malin to be mad at me. Indiana Jeremy says, Cyberfrog says, you're getting pretty fat there, Ethan. Yeah. Shit, cousins incoming. Gots the Iron Hand says, that's the kind of weird that's interesting, though. Jay Lee says, you need to bring in the Red Lobster. That was the funniest thing ever, the Red Lobster. Sketch Therapy says, Malin's here. Malin is seething with rage. Terrible. Why is he mad at me? LOL, nothing to be mad about, says John. What did I do wrong, John? Are you just saying that and you've forgiven me, but you really are secretly mad at me? Doesn't seem like you. Put the frog down here. Yeah. Look at what we did. We made it. Cracker, we made it. Yes. Will there be a Chell Sin toy coming out? Says Dun Ringhill. Yeah, there will be. Chell Sin should be the expensive one. Like, we're going to do, for Cyberfrog 3, by the way, let's not assume anything, but assuming Cyberfrog 3 does really, really good business, let's say it gets to 500,000, we're going to offer a Heather Swain PVC that's going to be like this size. And then we'll also offer a $25 PVC of Chell Sin. So you'll be able to get Heather and Chell Sin like you were able to get Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. That's the plan right now. That is the plan. Commander Ron says, will we get these toys by Christmas? Yeah, way before Christmas. Way before Christmas. I've got 16 more pages to draw of Wreck Planet. I'm going to send that to the printer, and while that's at the printer, I'll wrap up Salamandroid Death Sting. Yeah, we're going to have, we'll have Wreck Planet out to you guys by the end of the summer. Yes, of this year. Yeah, guys, I'm motivated by money. I am. I really want to make Cyberfrog 3. I want to make that money. I want to make those toys. It doesn't make sense to not work as hard as I'm working right now when everything's growing and everything's getting bigger. Christmas of 2021, yes, of course. You guys, Christmas of 2021, I want to have Rainbow the Brute finished. I got to get that to the printer. Christmas of 2021, I want to be 1 month into the campaign of Cyberfrog 3. I want to be funding Cyberfrog 3. You can't let cars pile up like that. John's mad because you told him to have sex with Graham, says 200 Watt Studio. I never did. Did I? I never did. That was Anna I told to have sex with Graham. And I said make love. I didn't say have sex. That's too gauche. Terrible. Why would I even say that? It was stupid shit. God. I hope I didn't say that. I didn't watch them all. I didn't watch the whole thing back. I couldn't bear it. It's too humiliating. Nigerian Prince Jeremy says, when do the posable toys come out? When I launch the campaign. I'm not sure. Let's just stop talking about them, I think. That's what I'm going to do, because I have them ready. I have Cyberfrog, Heather, and a Vespis ready. Posable action figures. But, I don't know. Like, there's something in me that's stopping me from doing it. I don't know what. Maybe I want to make Rumblebee and Salamandroid first and get them all out there together. Something's telling me to slow down. Yeah. Use Guy says, EVS, your 1990s art was good, but you're like 10 times better now. How did you improve so much? Hey, thanks, Use Guys. A lot of practice and a lot of working with other really, really good artists. You learn from osmosis a lot of times. Dark Shadow Logan, that's okay, EVS. I saved clips of your pie and chicken eating frenzy after the bourbon. LOL. Oh, so embarrassing. Adrian Stone says, you need enough for a wave of action figures, right? Yeah, something tells me, like, I don't know. I'm definitely afraid of failure when it comes to... I'm not worried about the comics. I think the comics are going to do well. I'm definitely worried about failure with the action figures. That would be really embarrassing. And I feel like I need to just cool it. Prime Victory Leo is a new member. Thank you for joining. Like, it makes me want to just say, all right, let's put out Cyberfrog 3 first, and then go ahead and do the action figures with Rumblebee. I want to do a Rumblebee with his, like, removable, like, laser wings. Like his, like, laser wing backpack. I want to do that. I want to do Salamandroid posably so he can stand up and walk and crouch down. Open his mouth, close his mouth. I want to do all that stuff. So I just got to make sure we have the following. I think I've got 3,000 devoted and loyal fans. That's what I think I've got. And when I leave it up there, I've got, I can, look what we just did. We almost got 12,000 backers on Cyberfrog 2. So, over time, if I promote it, we can get 12,000 looky-loos. And I think Cyberfrog 3 could probably do 13 or 14,000 backers. If Cyberfrog Wreck Planet fulfills nicely, if the book's good and people like it. I think the book is good. A lot happens in it. There is a story. The story continues. RBI says, stick to PVCs. Seriously. Yeah. I see, that's the voice I hear in my head, RBI. But I do have the action figures ready to go. Drew G says I missed his super chat. Yeah, I mean, look, maybe I just, maybe he's right. Maybe I just shouldn't do action figures at all. Maybe I shouldn't do a Cyberfrog or a Salamandroid plushie. I shouldn't dare to dream. Maybe I shouldn't try. Braden Dykstra says, I'm with you, bro, for the long haul. Thank you. Last Crusader says, the voice in your head is gay. You got to be kidding me if you think I'm going to slow down. It's pedal to the metal. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. It's going to be great. Don't give in to the darkness, says Adrian Stone. You are the sunbeam. Yeah, we're going to do it. But I do want to do I got to do a villain, so I think it's got to be Rumblebee. And do I do Rumblebee or do I do Shockroach? Because we've got the Vespus. Rumblebee's my favorite, but Shockroach looks different than the Vespus. Oh yeah, Dan Shaheen. I'm going to be on his show Thursday, I think. He's already got the timer up. Dan Shaheen already has the timer up for when I'm going to go on his show. Like, you can go wait in the chat if you want to for 4 days. But I'm going to tell him I'm not doing it, and I will back out. I'm going to tell him I'm not going to do it, and I will back out if he takes the chat down. The chat has to stay up. I don't understand why he cannot tolerate listening to people. Drew G says, get Valaverse to make action figures. Well, I don't know who they are, but we've got really, really good people. Our sculptors are from Sideshow Toys. Like, we really have good sculptors, especially on the action figures stuff that we've got coming out. Does Warts and All have a hardcover have a gold trim? The executive version does. Yeah, it does. Will Rainbow Brute's story continue in additional books, or is it one and done for now, says Boone. Rainbow the Brute's story is a one and done. We might do a sequel. By the way, I got a bunch of people, I think they're like war campaigners, that are like, look what we found. There was an artist in 2016 that came up with Rainbow Brute. And Ethan stole it from him. Fellas, like 6 other people came up with it too. Turns out when you come up with a dumb pun, which is what Rainbow Brute is, it's just a dumb pun. You change Bright into Brute and go, hey, I'm going to make him a man. 60 people already arrived at that joke before you over the past 40 years. It was a joke that I came up with to do, to make female toys, girl toys, aggressively masculine. No more thought was put into it than that. It wasn't an IP. It wasn't anything I was looking to do anything with. It was a joke for a video. And, basically people said, we think it's funny. We want to see more of it. Okay, so let's do more of it. Every other version of Rainbow Brute is a gay joke. Every other version that I saw one that was like a gay version of He-Man. And then there's one that's just like a big bear of a man with a bun, like a man bun in his hair, who is being gay, and he's Rainbow Brute. Rainbow the Brute is a pissed off Irish drunk fairy barbarian. He is nothing like anything else, and that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. It's not about just Rainbow the Brute. It's about a world in which the imagination of a masculine young child, which is what this is, the driving force behind the whole Rainbow the Brute universe, is a kid who got sick of his sister putting his He-Mans in dresses and stuff like that when he got home from school. He's taking all these girls' toys and he's making wars with them, and he's making them, macho, and he's making them act like G.I. Joes and Transformers. And that's what it's kind of all about. It just kills me. I swear to God, war campaign guys might be retarded. They might actually literally be retarded. All right, so, but anyway, Rainbow the Brute, will it happen again? Will we do a sequel? I mean, possibly. That is possible. Got my cards today. Thank you, E and all caps crew, says Eric Peterson. Snarkticon DM says, open a factory. Oh, I read that one. Let me say, please get Warren Ellis. Will Howard Shaken be the new? Yes. When should I expect my membership and Patreon cards? I think we're caught up. Hold on a second. Yellow logo, blue hats, maxi print shirts, and would so rock a hockey and or baseball jersey, says Mighty Joe. Good suggestions. Heather Doorposter says Comic Book One. Just make sure I got all the super chats because I know guys say that I miss them sometimes. What's the junior exec box lacking versus the exec box? I gotta tell you, Cashbox 85, I don't remember right now. The junior execs get one of these, and they get a couple more things. The main thing is they get one of these. The executive box gets everything. You know, they're just going to get things, and they're exclusives to the executive box. But like the trade paperback is only for the executive box. It's listed somewhere, but I can't think of it right now. I'm so involved in like finishing Wreck Planet. But once we get fulfillment underway, I'll make all that more clear. Lancer737 says, "Hey Uncle E, hope you're having a good weekend." Oh, I read that one. Hurry and put it on eBay, says Max Santiago. I definitely will. And at the beginning of the stream, everybody's telling me that they're high and drunk. That's a good thing. Thank you. Let me refresh this and just say. Riot Press Productions says, those toys look great together. Thanks for sharing. Now let me move him to the front again. Yeah, nice team up here. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate you sending me. Do you ever consider purchasing an IP, says Divine Legend? No, I'm not interested. I'm a creative person. I'd rather create my own stuff. There's nothing I want that anybody else has. I guess the closest thing that I would do is I'd buy Rainbow Bright so that I could make, I could actually make it official. But Harry Talbot says, new idea for a t-shirt. Make love to Graham Nolan. Start to God DM. Oh God, why did I say that? The voice in your head is singing, a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down in the most delightful way. That was actually funny. I like that. EVS, did pie cure up the hangover for you? I think so, Brain Shark. Because I felt okay. I mean, I woke up the next day and was able to work. It just wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah. Junior execs get a slipcase hardcover and Frogapalooza zine, according to the campaign. Yeah, they get this, and I think there are a couple more things that they get. I think they get a frog tongue grabber. But, I mean, the executive backers get exclusive Unforgettable 1 and 2 line art variants. They get Unforgettable 3. They get, I can't remember. They get a ton of just swag and stuff. It's a pretty good deal, I think. EVS, do a Cyberfrog Turtles crossover, says Tiny Sloth Baby Doll. Yeah, I wish. I would like to do that. Is it true Americans don't have meat pies, says Sam Rogers? Not like you guys do. You guys eat meat pies the way we eat hamburgers. You were stuffing your face during that stream, says Eric. When I get drunk, I get hungry. Executive box gets a Heather Swain waifu pillow. Well, we haven't made that yet, but I will say that's the most requested product. That's what people want me to make, it seems. A waifu pillow. I can't put this up right. I guess that's the best I can do. That's pretty good on the screen. I've got my Glide flossers. Always floss. I chew on these things like toothpicks when I'm working. Can't work without them. Calzone is our meat pie. Yeah. RBI says, when is the auction? This Friday? What are you selling, or is it a surprise? Yeah. Okay, so I was going to say the auction was going to be this coming Friday, but then one artist says, can you please make it the week after that? And I mean, it's like, Yeah, I guess. I don't need it to be any particular day. So, maybe it's going to be not this Friday, but next Friday. Honestly, this Friday is when I get I'm getting my shot. I'm getting my government vaccine, you know. So, maybe it'll be next week. Who knows? What am I going to sell? I'm going to sell the Villains cover. The Villainous Scum wraparound cover, original art. That's what I'm going to sell. And I guess maybe a couple of other things. I don't know. I'm doing it. I got to do it. 200 Watt Studio says, you were in a corner square eating chicken, muted. No, I wasn't. Was I? SDS says, love the thumbnail. LOL. Yeah, I'm getting the vaccine. It's going to kill me. Yeah, I've got the Villainous Scum cover, so I'm going to sell that. I might have some other stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Why are you saying no? Why are you guys taking the soy pill? I'm not going to die. It'll be fine. My mom is begging me to get it. My mom is saying, please, I'm old. You can't see me unless you have the vaccine. So I got to take the vaccine if I want to see my mom. Don't do it. Send my frog book first. Oh, is it a soy injection? All right. Well, stop saying this stuff. You're going to get my stream taken down. I'm going to get a QAnon warning here. I don't know. Who knows? Make the thumbnail into a shirt. Well, all right. Maybe I will. Every time the vaccine comes up, you guys, the whole chat becomes this. Cool Collie Cotton says, hi, Ethan. I'd like a cap with minimalistic print, subtle print, or black on black. Keep yellow under the bill with Cyberfrog print. Love that part. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. You guys. Oh. I'm excited about you guys getting these toys. I am very excited. I hope you all were able to back. I know you all weren't able to back because I think these were kind of limited. But I hope some of you were able to back one of the Johnny Phantasm toys. I hope you did get one. And Patrick, again, thank you. That was very thoughtful of you to. I like the idea of like sending comic skaters advanced product. You know, I like getting advanced product. Makes me feel cool. I guess that's why I'm going to send Andy Smith an advanced coloring book. One of these incredible Cyberfrog coloring books featuring the art of Ethan Van Sciver. Yeah. Color Rumblebee. Just take a yellow crayon. That's all you need to do. A yellow crayon. Yeah, it is. It is like an artist edition in a way. Sketch Therapy says, just don't give it to Walmart first. I don't think I'm going to ever do that. I just don't think so. You know, it's like if you had, I don't have to. I don't want to knock people who are doing that, but I really don't have to. I've got a pretty big audience here. There's no real reason to split profits with a distributor, which is what you'd be doing. Like I'd be saying, okay, well, here's my $25 book. It costs, I don't know, $11 to make it. So that's $14 profit, which I'm going to give you half. So now I'm making $7 a book when I could just be selling directly to my own audience and keeping all $14. Why would I care if it's in Walmart or not? I don't really believe that I'm going to be selling that many more books at Walmart. I just don't believe I will. I don't think people care. I'm selling directly to my own audience. I just don't I guess I just don't get it. Walmart would want you to make it 75% cheaper and crappy plastic. Yeah. Toys, yes. Books, no. Put the toys in Walmart. Well, that's inevitable. I do want the toys everywhere. I can see the toys going in Target and Walmart and everything like that. That would be kind of cool. I want kids to have them. That's the thing. I really do believe that, even though I don't think kids buy toys as much as they did or ask for toys, but if you do put these toys in the hands of kids, they're interested in the characters. They're more likely to pick up a comic book, I think, if you give them the toy. Used to work the other way around. You'd buy a comic book and then want the toy. You'd watch a cartoon and you'd want the toys. But I do think now it's like give them the toy and they'll be more likely to put down their iPad or whatever it is the kids are using these days. What are kids using now? CD player? They're more likely to put that stuff down and then try a comic book. Cyber frogs are us. Yeah, meth. Get them to stop taking their crystal meth. Yeah, I like the idea of a comic book. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Nasser Rabadi to write, exclusive Cyberfrog comics. Get Donald DeLay to draw them. And they'll be like packaged into all the toys. What do you think of that? No? People don't seem enthusiastic about that. Stop it, Nasser, and rethink. Sketch Therapy's interested in it, though. He gets it. Nasser and Donald DeLay having to work together again. And this time, I distribute the money. That's the whole thing. There won't be any confusion because I am the one who's distributing the money. No? A mini comic with each toy would be great, says Ray Storman. I agree. I would like to do that. I'd like to make little mini comics to go with the toys when we get to the action figures, Nasser as writer, sketch running customer service. Here's the thing, though. I will keep saying this. Nasser puts out his books. At the end of the day, it's all about who finishes what they start. A lot of bigger name pros unable to fulfill. Nasser Rabadi fulfills every time. Yeah. Ron Guerra says EVS should make Cyberfrog cereal. I've thought about that too. I thought about candy. Like, I think I would start with a candy. I don't know how to go about it though. Like, how do you go about making candy, like with the FDA and all that? Adrian Stone says, when is the McDonald's playground arriving, A? There's some people that think that's real. I was just kidding. I watched The Founder again today, and so I went on eBay and I started searching out old McDonald's stuff. Like, I wanted, not old McDonald, like How to Farm, but like old McDonald's, the restaurant. I wanted, I don't know, a paper wrapper or something like that from the original 50s store. Something, See what they had on eBay. And the most expensive thing, what I do is I'll just be like, list the items in order of most expensive to least expensive. That way you get to see the coolest stuff on top. $21,000, which is not very much money for what this is, in my opinion. An entire McDonald's Playland playground. Like all the toys from the Playland playground for 21 grand. I don't have a place to put them, but they looked great. They were in great shape. How funny would that be to just like have a backyard with Mayor McCheese? Get that Grimace slide and have it go right into the pool. Put him right on the front lawn. No, there's no room. There's no room for that. It just isn't any room. So, I would like to waste $21,000 on McDonald Land toys. That's not what I was looking for. I was actually looking for a remnant of the original 1950s McDonald's store, something that I could have. Because I've watched the movie The Founder now. Like, I think I've watched it 5 times. In the past, 2 weeks, I've watched it 5 times. And it's really inspiring. I like the way that guy came in, and there are some people who just don't believe, and they're short-sighted. They don't think they can do it. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that steals from those guys, like Ray Kroc. 200 Watt Studio says Salamandroid's mouth, open tongue, bubble gum. There it is. Yeah, like you open his mouth and there's a tongue, and the tongue is bubble gum. Jimmy Max says, why do we give you money for if not to waste it on stupid junk? No, I understand. I think everybody would want me to buy the McDonald Land toys, but playground stuff, but I don't know where I'd put it. I really don't. Hannibal Grimm says, that was a damn good flick. Yeah, there are some movies that I watch over and over and over again, and I don't get tired of them. That's one of them. I like the 1950s. I really do. I wish I could live in the 50s. Where it's like men came back from war. It's like all of a sudden there was prosperity in the United States because all these boys came back from war. They'd been overseas. They were ready to marry. They were ready to start families. They had to go to work, and they had to be industrious, and the Depression was over, and people were starting to feel prosperous. And so at that point in time, like following a depression, coming into a prosperous America, the only thing that could stop you was your own imagination. There were people who were taking chances and innovating and changing things. And Ray Kroc, he wasn't somebody who innovated shit. Like he recognized the innovations of, one of the McDonald's brothers. This guy must have been autistic. Like I don't think he realized he was autistic, but the way they show him in the movie, he was like Rain Man. But he knew how to take that vision and then grow it. He was somebody who just wanted to grow. He just didn't have any good ideas of his own. That stuff's just exciting to me. I really like that story. And he's sitting there listening to the same The Power of Positive Thinking record over and over again. Power of Positive Thinking is very interesting. It's, this cult-like message that, faith in God can make you rich. Like, you have to, it's a mindset. Like, success is a mindset. And you could still listen to that stuff. It's just as valuable today as it was then. It's, your objectives and the way you sort of look at the world, how you project yourself leads to either success or failure. I was watching a video with Elliot Fernandez and Mike S. Miller today. And Mike S. Miller looks like a failure. Like, I just look at him and everything he does, everything he says, he's a fucking, he's a disaster. Mike is a disaster of failure. He is one of the biggest losers I've ever met in my life. And it's weird because, he does have faith in God. But faith in God hasn't made him rich because he doesn't have the right kind of attitude. He just isn't projecting success. He's projecting desperation and failure and, sleazy, slimy, fucking lend me your money and, I'll get to it when I get to it kind of. I mean, that's, that's just, I don't know. That's not the power of positive thinking. It just isn't, Yeah, watch this video. He's sitting there telling, poor Elliot Fernandez, who I like a lot. Look, he fell into a trap with crowdfunding. I don't know if Elliot's listening now, but Elliot fell into a trap with his crowdfund. he wanted to give people too much when he was getting too little. So, look, you know what the most expensive part of a crowdfunded comic book is? The most expensive part of a crowdfunded comic book is your own artistic and creative labor. You can print, you can get whatever, you can do die cut, you can do chromium, you can do all that stuff, you can do perfect bound. That stuff's cheap. Like producing a comic book, printing a comic book is fucking cheap. It's not that much. What costs money is the time and effort that you put into drawing a comic book. A page takes a long time to produce. A single page takes a long time to produce, especially when you're producing something for the purpose of your own personal satisfaction and not just because you're trying to get a paycheck from a big corporation. So when you sit there and you say, I'm going to do a 48-page comic book, and money comes in because people like your work, but not enough money comes in. People are hedging their bets with you. They end up giving you about $60,000 or $70,000, which is still a lot of money, plenty of money. And you tell them, I'm going to make it 100 pages. 100 pages. That's a lot of fucking work. And if you have another job, your job is not entirely to do a comic book. It'd be one thing if your job was to do a comic book. That was your only job. Because then you could do 100 pages. You'd be able to devote yourself 100% to that. But, if it isn't, if you've got another part-time job and this is another job and, you're also you're doing quick commissions and things to sort of pay the bills real quick, I don't know, you're doomed to fail. And all you really need to do is just go, you know what? I was stupid to say that this book is going to be 100 pages. I'm going to scale back. It's going to be 30 pages. It's going to be 25 pages. And then I'm going to do a sequel and another sequel. We'll get my whole 100-page story out, but I can't do it all at once. That's just not reasonable. People just want a product from you. They just want your comic book. They want you to do your comic book. Don't ask too much of yourself. So he's doing that, and you've got Elliot on this show with Mike S. Miller, like going, I failed, I'm a failure, but don't worry, I'm doing this. People have to have faith in me and trust in me. I'm seeing none of that. I'm seeing somebody who is discouraged and depressed and is I can't imagine this person being actively involved in producing the best comic book of their life, which is what you want to promise people. And then Mike's just sitting there like supporting those guys, they just support each other in their failure. And that's kind of what they do. They kind of like, they're the worst kind of friends, because a good friend is somebody who says, hey, dickhead, you're blowing it. You're fucking up. You got to get this done. Let's figure out how we can make this so that you can get this done and succeed. A bad friend is somebody who comforts you in your failure, in your complacency, while you're whining. They sit there and go, yeah, you're right. Oh, what do people expect of you? You gotta, that's who Smiller is. That's who Smiller is. I'm going to sit there and make excuses for you because, soothing your hurt feelings or whatever it is right now is more important than actually putting you back right on your feet and then, getting you back on track towards success. Real friends want their friends to succeed. They don't want their friends to fail. So, I watched this and I just said, this is Mike S. Miller, not the power of positive thinking, the power of negative sulking, the power of smug leeching. It's like just terrible. And I would just tell Elliot, convey this to him, somebody, because he doesn't listen to me anymore. He's convinced that I'm the devil now. Elliot, just tell your customers that the book's going to be 25 pages. And that's it. And you were wrong for saying it was going to be 100. That's just not a reasonable feat. 25 pages of doom kickers. Get it out. Just put it out there. Fulfill it. And then either move on and don't do a crowdfund again, or, crowdfund part 2, having gloriously succeeded at part 1. Backers are forgiving. God knows. Cyberfrog Blood Honey was late, 8 months late. By the way, when people talk about how late Blood Honey was, it's become 3 years late now. You know, it's like people talk about it like it was 3 years. It was 8 months late. It was very late, but we were learning how to do this. It was not 3 years late. It was not 1 year late. It was not 2 years late. It was 8 months late. But we got it out. We got it done. And the backers forgive, especially if they like the product, if they like the comic book. They forgive. And they'll back your next one. You know, that's how it is. Yeah. Chris Boitano says it was 20 years late. It wasn't 20 years late. If it was 20 years late, it still wouldn't be here. 8 months late sounds like a girl I knew, says Gravity Cat. Wazir says, I didn't forgive. Indiana Jeremy says, I thought it was 5 years late. War Campaign said so. Yeah. 84 years late. Blood Honey was late. Mags was late with that tub of diarrhea, says Don Ringhill. God damn. Anyway, we're privileged. We're lucky to be able to do this. Let's not make a bunch of people giving us, you know, tens of thousands of dollars for the privilege of being able to make a comic book a gigantic, disastrous mistake. Let's not make that a thing. Let's make that an incredible, awesome privilege that we thank them for, and we succeed gloriously. Snyder Cut was late. Why didn't Liefeld fulfill yet? Rainbow the Brute is 10 years late, says Indiana Jeremy. Biggest Dickus says, will Ava take over the Cyberfrog Empire? Well, I'm going to split that between our kids. I said, Hunter, you going to be able to manage Cyberfrog? Like, what if Cyberfrog becomes big and, you know, I'm going to leave it to you. I mean, I guess you can sell it if you want to. Sell your share of it, but maybe you want to manage it. Maybe you want to be in creative control of Cyberfrog. He said, Dad, I fix cars. I fix Chevys. I was like, all right, just sell it for a lot of money. Rusty Shackelford, thank you for joining. Jasper Plan 9 says, I heard Citizens Beef Brothers is fulfilling. Yes, it is, and he's got a great attitude. You want to talk about the power of positive thinking? Aubrey Sitterson saying, I don't know why people complain about fulfilling. It's the best part. I got to agree with them. People dread fulfilling, but packing up packages and sending them to people who are excitedly waiting for them is the best part of this. No, the best part is Twitter. The best part is Twitter and emails and things like that. People saying, I got it, I love it. That's the best part. Edward Bevington says, you're so humble, though, EVS. People should take note. I remind them of how humble I am all the time. You know, I think I agree with you. They should take note. Tony Watt Studio says, shame Mike by paying Eden to write Cyberfrog toy stories. I already shamed Mike. Eden drew me 3 sketch cards, Cyberfrog sketch cards. Mike drew me like, I don't know, 20. All 3 of Eden's sketch cards sold. First day. Boom. No, there was 4 of them. All of them sold. I've sold maybe 2 of Mike's. It's like nobody wants Mike's. Everybody wanted Eden's, though. I do. I'm proud of my humility. I take pride in my humility. Oh. Yeah. Redneck Checker says, favorite all-time comic book artist, aside from yourself. That would have to be, let me see, Howard Chaykin, John Byrne, and Walt Simonson. They are my favorites. Pedicab Avenger says, okay, so that's all there is for the boxing. I'm going to bed. Good night, Pedicab Avenger. I'm just blabbing right now. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't have named the names that I named. Hmm. Yeah, Brian Bolland is my number one. Like, I think he's great. I'm just listing all the people that earlier, some people in the chat were suggesting might be, might be coming this way. All right. A friend of mine just ran into Terry Austin. Says Deep Lord Colostomus. Well, your friend must live in Woodstock, New York. I like Terry Austin. Frazetta is coming over. All right. I gotta go. I'm gonna get to work. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you for supporting Cyberfrog and Johnny Phantasm. Appreciate you. And any second now, I'm going to be getting a piece of art. Very excited. Yeah. From Todd McFarlane. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, there it is. Hold on a second. Oh, shit. I got to click on it. Oh, 10 minutes. They say 10 minutes. I wonder if he's watching the stream right now. Wait. Hold on. Oh, it's scan. Oh, all right, we got to get a scan. Oh my God, I should stay on. You guys don't even know how big of a deal this is. You guys don't even know. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is something. This is something that I wanted for a long time. Long time. 10 minutes, it's going to get scanned over. This is just a sketch. Should I stay on? No, I'll stay on. I cannot show you. Oh my God. Oh shit. Stay on, EBS. You can't leave us hanging like that, says Force Ghost Fabio. If you want me to stay on, give me ones in the chat. All I need is a little love. You guys love me, put ones in the chat or put frogs in the chat. That's all I ask. Otherwise, I go. They don't want to. All right, that's a little love. Appreciate it. We're staying on. We're going to find out. Oh, wow. Got a super chat, too. Thank you for that. Ones are flying. Stay on. Show us, says Grant These Nuts. Can't do it yet. It's not time. Guys, we're killing them left and right. These SJWs, we're killing them. We are killing them. The best talent. The very, very best talent. And I mean, this is the thing. It's like it grows. The more successful Cyberfrog is, the more obvious it is that like Cyberfrog glows in the sky. Like it just glows. The more light that we can project, the easier it is for people to be less afraid to leave. This is part of what this is all about. I mean, it's like, people are afraid. They're afraid to just drop their shackles and leave the mainstream behind because they're not sure. It's like the indie comics market, it hasn't traditionally been that great, not since the 1990s. So can we signal to them, through something like Cyberfrog that it's like there's money here, there is success here, there are opportunities, within Comicsgate for good creative talent. If we can do that, we can win. It's like we could just win. So what's happening right now, in a few minutes, This is a big step towards winning, to me at least. To me, this is like, oh, the greatest thing ever. It is the greatest thing ever. Yeah. So, oh, God. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. Hold on. Okay. Somebody else is messaging me. I can't wait. This is huge. I just gotta let them know I'm sitting here waiting. It's Alex DeCampi. That's right. Here it is. Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Oh, wow. This is just a pencil sketch. This is just a pencil sketch. Oh, my God. I can't. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm delighted. I am utterly delighted. Well, I mean, you know, if the artist is listening right now, great job. Great job. It's unique, too. It's like a unique take on Cyberfrog. Oh, man. Okay, all right, hold on. I got to write back. Dear Todd. No, I'm just kidding. I got to go, guys. I got to go. I will see you later. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Definitely appreciate you guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.